Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and here we are. All right.
I've hit record.
Perfect. We're all on the same page here. Look at that. God. Has anybody seen any new things? Like any better
Beep, beep,
media?
beep, beep. I got a Cole Sprouse
fuck.
update. Coming in hot.
Shit.
Coming in
Oh, fuck.
hot.
Oh, my God. A little Sprouse update?
Little Sprouse update. I went to
Shit.
see Mean Girls, the movie, the musical, the movie.
I still haven't
Sure.
And it was very fun.
But I was there when they filmed
And
it.
they had, oh yeah, I remember that.
Wait, what?
They had, there were previews because I was in a movie theater, which I know you two are back to your movie going ways, but I have seen approximately 3 movies in the theater in 3 years.
Sure.
Okay.
So, anyway, have you heard the good news about the film Lisa Frankenstein?
No. And why
No.
did they make that when
Well,
poor things
it
exist?
looks like
I've heard
an
nothing about
80s
this.
neon fever dream. And Jim, how's your sugars?
They're a little large.
Okay. You want to do some drugs about it?
I'll take a little
Yeah, you
injection
wanna-
about that. Well, you keep telling your story.
Yeah. Anyway, so Lisa Frankenstein there is a Winona Ryder in Edward Scissorhands type girl
Okay, you're
Who-
speaking my language.
Yeah, all right, sure.
who is obsessed with this carved bust on this gravestone, and that's her boyfriend. And one night
Okay.
in the graveyard, she and the grave get struck by lightning, and the guy from the grave comes back. This is Cole Sprouse.
No, Cole Sprouse comes back from the dead.
Cole Sprouse comes back from the dead, and he's all decrepit and falling apart. So she has to she gets a goth glow up, and she has to try to fix him in not the way that teenage girls normally try to fix boys, in more the Frankenstein way.
Right, the better way.
Yeah.
What the fuck,
The way that might
dude?
actually work.
So anyway, I will 110% be watching Lisa Frankenstein, starring our boy Jughead.
Wow.
As a character who mostly has to grunt, so I think he's going to be great in it.
Yeah, I also think he's going to do perfect. Mm-hmm. I am going to be honest, I pulled up the trailer, and it's playing right now, and wow, that bust sucks. Wait a
Right?
second.
It's so bad.
Why is there a bust on a gravestone?
I looked at that bust and I was like, that's nobody I've ever seen before.
That can't be
Is
anybody.
it supposed to be
That
Jar
can't
Shoulder?
be anybody. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
because
man.
he's the boy.
Oh.
And but wow, the concept for this movie is
It's solid gold, baby.
insane. It's insanely good.
Yeah.
I see.
Wow.
In my Riverdale window, it has updated to show me that today number 9 in kids movies is Cats.
How
No.
dare it make a fucking
It's number 9 in kids movies.
The butthole cut or
Yeah.
Hashtag release
What
the
do we
butthole
think,
cut.
yeah.
hashtag
It-
release the butthole
I do
cut,
not believe it's the
for the
butthole
love
cut.
of God. God damn it.
It is definitely the some cats have human hands cut because a lot of them
Oh,
just
yeah.
have human hands, including Judi Dench.
Remember that cat
the
that
fuck?
wears Judi Dench's actual wedding ring? That's a good cat.
That's crazy. Such a crazy fucking
Just the abject ineptitude that went into building this movie.
just so bad.
That's you know what's a joke that doesn't go out of style is saying so and so was a star of the film Cats. For example, Idris Elba, a star of the film Cats.
A star of the film Cats. That's really good. I
Jason
love that.
Derulo, a star of the film Cats.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
Ian
that
McKellen,
should-
a star in the film Cats.
Should
Star
I
of the
know
film
who Jason
Cats.
Derulo is?
Jason Derulo.
Derulo.
Oh,
Do you-
okay. So clearly,
not know
other
this?
people know who Jason Derulo is.
Yeah, he says his name at the beginning of his song, so you know
Yeah,
who's singing.
so you know who it
Oh,
is.
like how
Yeah.
Blackpink lets you know who they are and where they're located in all of their songs.
Yeah.
I guess.
It's not an anime,
but
okay?
also-
That's K-pop.
Thank God. Thank God. Lisa
That's almost an
Frankenstein-
anime. That's almost an anime, though. K-pop is...
K-pop.
It's like
has-
live action anime.
It has very thorough cultural penetration. Like, if you don't know about K-pop, you're weird.
I don't know about
Jim, have you
K-pop.
ever seen me without this hat?
Yeah. Also, me without this hat.
God damn it.
Okay, I'm weird. I'm a weirdo.
And we're weird. We're weirdos together that don't know about K-pop. Mm-hmm. Jim, I don't know what to tell you. Also, Lisa Frankenstein comes out 3 days after my birthday, so I'm definitely going to see that.
Let's
for sure.
fucking go.
Let's fucking go.
The part in the trailer where she puts the corpse in the tanning bed and you get the sense that she accidentally barbecues Cole Sprouse.
Perfect.
A+.
Immaculate. Immaculate. Yeah. Perfect.
Thank you so much to everyone involved in the making of this. I can't fucking wait to see it.
I cannot wait to see what they made Cole Sprouse do, because he didn't want to do any of this shit. First off.
No, I think he did want to.
You think he did want to?
Yeah, I think he's so proud of this film.
Oh, he calls it a film and not a movie.
Yeah,
working on this film.
Also, one of his conditions on signing on was that he shows hog.
For sure.
I think it's PG-13, so.
Oh, that's a great screen grab, Mom.
Wow. Grab him showing hog.
No, Jim.
Jim,
God, what the fuck is your deal, man? No, he's like coming out of the fucking tanning bed.
Look, here's a part of the reason that Cole Sprouse is
so and doing just fine.
And I'm coming out of my cage. I'm doing not great. I'm going back in my cage. No, I think Cole Sprouse is jazzed to be playing a teenage love interest at 31 years of age.
Oh my God, he's 31?
Yeah.
I didn't realize how old Cole Sprouse was.
Yeah, bro.
You just almost quoted one of my notes for this episode, and I'm really excited to get to it now.
Oh my God. Cole Sprouse is 31.
Do you
almost verbatim?
Do you want to guess how old Dylan Sprouse is?
Is he 30?
You're so close.
Oh, he's 33.
Thanks
he's
for
also
doing
31?
this bit with me, Matthew.
Because they're
He's
twins.
31.
They're 30,
Yeah.
Are they 31? Yeah.
Yeah.
I honestly, I'm gonna be honest, forgot they were twins. For a second there.
Because Dylan is just so much better. It's like he's not even from the same zygote.
I don't know what your obsession is with Dylan Sprouse.
He's by far the better Sprouse.
I just
very
don't
into it.
Like, all right. He's been in less things though.
Yeah, which means that there's way less evidence that he sucks.
Oh, fair enough. But also they like sorry, we're going on a Cole Sprouse / Sprouse twins tangent here.
Sprouse bros.
They went to like normal college. They definitely separated themselves from acting. And then I think Cole Sprouse did a thing on Reddit where he pretended to be himself, I think. Like some sort of weird social
How do you
experiment.
pretend to be yourself? I don't understand.
It was like I don't know. He was like either trying to be like pretending to be a Cole Sprouse fan or something like that. I don't remember. It was some weird shit. And then like Dylan also it didn't do that and instead started like a brewery, you know? So it's just a very weird thing that the weird bro got all the fame and the other one just like started a brewery. I don't know.
He's weird. He's a weirdo.
He did. Oh my God, what did he do? Anyway, now I'm gonna look this up.
Yeah. Who was your daddy and what does he do? And by daddy, I mean this podcast.
Yeah. So, hi everybody. I'm Matt.
I'm Matt's mom. Sorry. I got a bad case of oatmeal brain today. I'm so sorry.
Timing. It's the key to comedy.
Who are you, Jim?
I'm Matt's friend.
I just spoiled it. And welcome everybody to Riverdale Uncertain. It's a podcast with Pep.
Not tonight. I don't think
not
so.
Not tonight. No, there's not a lot of Pep.
It's a podcast with absolutely no will to live.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of going. Maybe not a Riverdale Uncertain. Maybe just we're going through it right now.
Yeah. It's a podcast where we're going through it. We're all just treading water until we can go watch Lisa Frankenstein.
Yep.
I do not believe I will be watching Lisa Frankenstein. Oh, moments
How dare you.
ago,
Jim.
when your mom
Timothy,
started
no.
the Lisa Frankenstein
Stop.
story.
No. You also have to watch Lisa Frankenstein with us. How dare you?
I don't think I can bring
Come
myself.
on, dude.
I don't know.
We gotta go see our boy, Cole Sprouse.
So
Be dead.
your mom mentioned going to see Mean Girls, the musical, the movie. And I said that I was there when they were filming it. I had a dog walking job at a house adjacent to the abandoned Catholic high school where they filmed the movie. And they were filming it like across the couple of weeks that I was there walking that dog twice a day. It was pretty cool. They had the whole production village behind the school. And
Holy shit.
I saw like various members of the cast arriving in the morning on little school buses that they drove in from New York City.
What?
They drove all of the main cast members in their separate own little buses, like short buses.
Each
and
cast
all of
member
Yeah,
got
that seems
a
right.
personal short bus?
yeah, and all of like the extras and dancers and whatnot all came together on one big bus. And they dropped them all off out front of the school and had them walk in the school like it was actually going to school in the morning, which I think is kind of cute.
That's adorable.
Well, they
I
wanted
hope
to
they
keep
all
it
had to
low-key,
report to their
too.
different homerooms.
Yeah, that was their dressing rooms, was all the rooms.
But it was pretty cool. I didn't actually see them shooting at all because they did all of the exteriors at night, I assume, with excessive lighting so that there wouldn't be people around. Like how you do in New York. Like anytime you see two detectives walking on the street in a New York filmed cop show, they filmed that at like 2 a.m.
Really?
And
With like a
How
lot
great
of lights?
for the
so many
neighbors.
lights. Oh yeah, it sucks
Yeah.
if you live on that street.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I've had some
Wow,
friends
that's
be
some
like,
movie
yeah,
magic I did not-
they're filming on my block and I cannot sleep because it is so goddamn bright.
Yeah, you can't shoot it during the day because you can't block up traffic on that street. So you shoot it at 2 a.m. when there's no traffic on that street, and you just bring in 10,000 gigawatts of light and and fuck up the whole neighborhood.
So fucked. How the fuck do they? Who came up with that idea, and why were they listened to? That's insane.
Oh, well, they were like, well, it's this or we block
people at
up
City
all of the
Hall.
traffic in Midtown forever.
Yeah.
No, not ever. Like a
Yes.
day. It's fine.
That's
Ever.
forever.
No, forever. No,
Yeah.
that is forever.
That is
wow.
forever.
I didn't know
Hey.
that.
Hey.
Hi.
Hey.
What's up?
What
Hi.
happened?
Sake.
What happened last time?
Fuck's sake. Fuck's sake, gang. Shit's fucked. Cheryl has a
That's
fuck
what
party
Cheryl
because-
said.
Yeah, baby. Cheryl's like, you know what? We have hit 30 and are dying. We are actively decomposing, so we must reinvigorate our bodies with random sex. So we're going to have a random sex party. It's a lock and key party. Everybody throw their fucking keys in this bowl, in this glass bowl, which doesn't make sense. It should be a, like, opaque bowl, so you
Yeah.
don't know what you're grabbing. Whatever. And so everybody's given time to prepare. Obviously, all of the main cast goes. Archie is having complicated feelings for Veronica, who is married. And the same goes for Veronica about Archie. For some reason, Archie is doing construction work in the Pembroke. And there's like sparks that fly, and then at the party, Veronica like picks up Archie's key, and fucking Bad Chatty is like, "Whoa, that's not mine," and like slaps it out of her hand or whatever.
Yeah, that's basically it.
And then Archie's like, "What the fuck, dude?" And then Chad and Veronica leave. Veronica divorces her Bad Chatty, and then goes immediately to fuck Archie. I can't remember where. I would assume
Punch camp.
On
For
the-
punch camp.
I was gonna say I was assuming it was
Yeah,
Punch
in this
camp.
case, the F stands for fucking.
fucking punch camp. Well, it's a double F now. It's also the fire department. And the fuck-
Yeah, where they park. The fact, I don't know why this bothers me so much, but the fact that they insist on having the fire truck inside of Punch Camp.
Yeah, that sucks.
Absolute
I mean,
insanity.
I guess usually fire trucks are in the station.
Yeah, it
but
really
you
makes my
don't-
ass itch. I can't stand it.
So yeah, they fuck on the boxing ring, you know, because that's the softest place in there. Jughead is playing America's favorite game. Is it trauma or did he get abducted by aliens? He
Sexy Mothman, come on down.
Come on down. So, Chaboy Jar Shoulder has some haunted brain. Keeps seeing some syrup baby bones in the hall, and also just syrup babies in general. And then is like really, you know, fucked up, obviously, because he's seeing shit that's not there. Gets drunk at the party. I think he does he pull Tabitha's
He does.
key?
Tabitha's like, "Can I take him home, please?" And
the
Cheryl
love
is,
of
of
God.
course, like, "No,
Yeah, you
people already
can.
left, and I didn't like it, so no."
So no, actually, you can't. And then we don't know. They probably don't fuck, but Jughead is pretty.
No, she gets him onto the couch and tucks him in and leaves.
Yes.
But she wants to take advantage of him, which
Ugh.
disgusts me, and I hate it.
Gross. Absolutely
Please.
disgusting. Absolutely gross.
Must we?
Tabitha. Tabitha deserves more. Yeah. For sure.
So depressing.
Let's see. Veronica obviously having troubles with her bad chatty. Also, I
Tabitha
don't
could have
remember.
any 30-year-old guy.
Yeah. What are you fucking drinking over there? What are you gripping and ripping?
Cracking
dude?
up on a cold one, baby.
You cracking up in a brewski, brother?
It's Wegmans Black Cherry Vanilla Sparkling Water.
Oh, stop! That sounds so good.
Yeah, it does.
Anyway, what the fuck did Veronica do? Veronica do this time?
She
was
got
like-
divorced.
She just got divorced. That was the whole thing. She didn't try and start a new business or anything. She didn't like.
Nah.
I don't know.
She tried
Sort
to
of-
fuck. She tried to fuck Archie in front of her husband. He did not like that.
Oh, of course.
And she was
the
like,
key party
well,
where all
then-
the keys are completely anonymous, except that even
Yeah.
someone
It's
who
not.
glances at the bowl can tell whose key is whose.
So that's for. Yep. Betty is still trying to find Polly. I don't remember a lot about that storyline. to be
They
honest.
got a call from her. She was supposed to be
Oh.
at the phone booth.
Mm-hmm. And then the phone booth's all like broken and bloody, right?
Yes.
Do they do a second leg of the chase, or is it that and then they go to the party, or is it like the party and then that? I can't remember. And then oh boy,
The party first, the destroyed phone booth at the very end of the episode.
Gotcha. Wait, were there like oh, Betty was having some feelings and she called Archie over and Archie was like, "Oh, we're boning." And she's like, "No, I just need you to hold me or whatever." And Archie's like, "No.
gross.
This
we
feels
got
bad.
a bone."
Gross.
I
Yeah.
don't like it.
No,
Gross.
I don't like it.
Mm-mm.
No.
Gross.
No, thank you.
You know what? I'm gonna put it out there. I think I missed my ex actually. So
Yeah.
But
I will say
like,
this.
Fucking big ups
Props.
to you though.
Yeah, props to Archie for actually saying it instead of dragging this shit out.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And he's like, "Yo, fucking fist bump. You're gonna get through it or whatever. I'm gonna go fuck my ex." And then
There.
there. How can my dick help? In no way. I need to leave. And then Kevin and Fangs getting married. Oh shit! Except Kevin isn't really into it, and is actively fucking dudes, actively fucking truckers. But it turns out that Fangs was also fucking that same trucker or whatever. And then it's revealed that Tony is having their kid. She's the surrogate for Kevin and Fangs. And then they have a whole conversation that may be a fight. I couldn't tell by the by the context clues. But it seems like, Kevin backs out at the last minute.
Yeah, the one where Kevin's like, I said that we should get our good friend Tony impregnated because we're going to get married and raise this baby together, and actually,
no,
I don't think so.
No,
and Fangs is like,
so.
Well, we can't make Tony be unpregnant now, so we're fucking in it, bro.
Yeah, we're fucking in it now, man. Good job. And then Cheryl is just, the reason she throws a party is because she's like, well, Tony got pregnant, and that sucks. Right? Like, it's just kind of
that's
Tony's
what, yes.
moving away from me, and then, okay.
Yeah,
that's why she was like, well, I have to make
Tony's
everybody fuck.
pregnancy as something bad that happened to Cheryl, and not something good that's happened to Tony.
Yes. So, yeah, I think that's all that happened, though.
That's good enough.
Yeah. Why not?
All right. So, season 5, episode 9 would have been episode 6. Is called Destroyer.
Okay.
It turns out in 2018, a movie came out called Destroyer.
No way. Whoa.
Yeah. I was shocked. No recollection of this one at all. It's about the moral and existential odyssey of an LAPD detective played by Nicole Kidman. Who was...
Wait, hold on. The AMC lady?
Yeah.
Weird.
She
They got
loves
her in
the
a movie?
movies. She loves
Heartbreak feels
the
good in a
movies.
place like this.
And she was undercover with a gang as a young cop. And then the gang leader comes back. And then she has to reckon with that. I don't know. It's got Nicole Kidman and Tatiana Maslany and probably men, but who cares?
Fair enough.
The poster is Nicole Kidman looking positively haggard and still
Yeah.
hot. Still really hot.
Yep.
Talk about the magic of Hollywood, you know?
Yeah.
Wow. How can they do both?
So we're starting this episode.
It's got a guy in it named Scoot.
Really? Really now?
Scoot McNairy.
Is it a person's name or a character's name?
That's the actor's name.
God
that's
damn.
the person's day-to-day name.
Oh yeah, this dude, he looks like a Scoot for sure.
It's got your Sebastian Stans and your Bradley Whitfords. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got a whole
Jimmy
cast
just said
in
I
this
didn't
movie.
care.
See, okay, this dude Scoot's got a mustache, and if he shaves it, then it's Scooter, but he's keeping the mustache to just keep it like professional.
If he shaves it, then it's Skeet. But right now it's Scoot.
Yep.
That
Wow,
just is what it is.
This dude looks weird as fuck. I'm sorry, dude. If you're
Why
listening,
are you
I'm
guys
so
obsessing
sorry.
about Scoot?
Well, because his name is Scoot, Mom. Why would you not?
Yeah.
I already told you.
Yeah.
Like, he look.
Hey,
I don't know.
He's the same age as us.
Well,
So just a little younger than Cole Sprouse.
oh man. Oh wait, he's got a beard.
Runs
He's got
through
a beard in one
podcast that
picture.
dumps on Cole Sprouse.
Yeah, fuck you, Cole. Come on our podcast and talk to us like a real man and not a weirdo.
He's not.
He's never gonna hear
that.
it. Who cares?
He's
Like,
anyway, speaking of Cole Sprouse, we this episode comes in hot by giving us an Arthur C. Clarke quote.
whoa.
We see Jughead. He's in Archie's house where Corporal Jackson lives, and he's got a whole old timey radio setup happening, including this little screen that's just graphing a sine wave over and over again in green light.
Yeah. That's an
What?
That's an oscilloscope.
Yeah.
Oscilloscope.
And he says, Arthur C. Clarke once said, 2 possibilities exist. Either we are alone in the universe or we are not. Both are equally terrifying.
Oh my God.
His line reads a little bit different, but doesn't matter. Ta-da. That's Jughead's opening. So, next door at FP's house,
Sure.
Alice is on the couch. We get a shot of like a prescription bottle and then a bottle of wine that's mostly gone. And Betty comes down and she's like, Mom, it's almost time for the big game. I know that you're very invested in high school football.
Okay.
The epic highs and lows of
high school football. Let's go. We're going to have a great time.
Triumphs and defeats.
Yep.
So, Polly's out there. Maybe that wasn't her blood. I sent samples to the FBI, so we're waiting to hear back. And Alice doesn't say anything. She just sits up and pours more wine into her glass. Which
Sick
mood.
Sick
know?
mood. Yep.
Absolutely.
Love that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Alice really, really puts her Juilliard training to work in this episode.
Yeah.
Amazing.
We got a little
chomping down on that scenery.
Just
chewing. Making a meal out of it.
Friday Night Lights situation. And here's my big note from this little scene. Is that KJ Apa should not wear ball caps.
His ears look so big.
His ears look so big.
Why is he wearing a bald cap?
Because he's the coach.
God.
He's the football coach.
But why is he wearing a bald cap if he's the coach?
Without the goofy hair, his ears look so big.
They really stick out. Yeah.
It's something else he has in common with The Rock, besides their equal amount of Samoan ancestry.
Heritage. Yeah.
Well, and both of them have perfectly natural, unchemically enhanced muscles.
Yeah. Also,
so let's not forget that.
Yeah.
It's a football game. Basically, no one is there. One of the Vixens aren't really cheering. They're standing around chewing bubblegum. And one of them tells Cheryl that the game's a waste of time. They could be practicing for regionals. Community once did a bit about regionals.
Yes.
That slayed me. And it is what I think of every time anybody on a show talks about regionals or sectionals. It's very, very good, and I'm not going to try to quote it for you, but if you haven't seen it, I'm sure you can just Google community TV show regionals.
I gotta see this, because I definitely do not know that bit.
It's tied into a bit where they accidentally sub in for the Glee Club after having made fun of the Glee Club. It's very good. So after the game, which obviously Riverdale loses, right? Archie has to give a speech, and he's just basically like, well, kids, you fought hard, and I'm proud of you.
You did your best out there.
Yeah, he's giving just a horrible speech. And then Veronica comes into the locker room, and she's like, listen, you guys fucking suck, and I'm basically the team owner. What?
How dare you? Wow, what?
First of all, you're not. She's like, what can I do to incentivize you? And I left myself a little note here. Is like, I don't know, Veronica, why don't you invent CTE bucks? Why don't you start printing money for people who get injured?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I was...
CTE bucks are good.
When she said, what could I do to motivate you? I was for 100% sure that she was going to do the bit from Major League where they get like a standee of her and like every time they score, they take off a bit of her clothes. Like I was guaranteed that was gonna happen, but alas,
that would have been amazing. Instead, I do not understand her finances. She should be underwater right now, based on all of the extra, based on the $10,000 extra Veronica Lodge dollars that her class printed, right? Because they in no way put that money back in her pocket by picking up trash. That's what she made them do, but that didn't actually put dollars back
Yeah,
in her
Yeah,
account.
fix the problem. Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
also paying for a divorce lawyer and refurbishing her whole apartment.
Well, Archie's doing that for free. You know, she's not going to pay him in money.
That's a good point.
She
Sorry, that reminded me of the Rick and Morty bit where they just changed the value of currency, and there's the thing where it's like, oh yeah, I'll do that for money. I don't know how you said that, Mom, just like put that right in my brain.
I mean, that's why I do most things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
For money.
For money.
So Veronica offers an additional, she's already out 10 grand. She's like, I'll throw another 10 grand at this high school football team.
Jesus
What?
Christ. Jesus Christ.
And then
What the fuck?
I just want to start this by saying I truly do not understand football. I don't understand how a 1 hour game takes 4 hours. I don't understand the rules. I don't know what a down is.
Me neither, Mom.
I don't know what it means when somebody says first and 10. I don't know football. But she says 10 grand to whoever scores first this season. And aren't there on football teams players whose specific job it is not to score, right? Their job is to do something else?
There is, but not on this team because they only have 11 players.
Not right now. Derek is still on the team right now.
Well,
Oh my God. Hot gosh.
You are, well, right. Normally a football team has a defensive line and an offensive line, and the defensive line doesn't ever touch the ball, so they can't score. Unless something goes really, really wrong and they get like an interception or something. But like, so yes, some of the teams would be like, team members would be specifically excluded from this incentive, but the Bulldogs are currently only fielding one team for both of those roles.
Oh, okay.
So all of the kids are playing
this-
defense and offense. So they might have a chance to score. Even though on the offensive line, there's also people who don't have a chance to score because they're like blocking for the quarterback and shit.
Yeah. But all of that aside, it feels like it wouldn't foster good teamwork.
Also,
No.
cash incentive doesn't make you more fit, more skilled, physically larger, faster. Like it doesn't do anything that affects your ability to play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
But-
like, the same as giving an inspiring speech doesn't make you a better
Yeah.
athlete. Like none of the things that they do to try and get the team to score can have any effect.
At all. This does feel like Veronica revealing herself to be an absolutely filthy capitalist whore pig.
Wow.
Yeah, she tries to throw thousands of dollars at every problem in this episode.
Yeah. Like, that is not what these
Jesus
kids
Christ.
need. Stop.
Yeah.
Then there's a little scene where there's like a guy, Derek, and he's a teen, and Archie's like, "You were the best out there," and he's like, "Well, whatever, man. It sucks to lose." Oh, Derek, you and Tyler are best friends.
Yeah.
Then we're back to Archie and Veronica's like, "Can we push them more?" They are maybe 15 years old. Fucking
I don't know.
knock it off.
What the fuck?
And
Push
some of them
the
are played
town
by people
council.
under 20.
Or adults. Leave these children alone. Archie's like, well, we need fans. That would motivate them.
Would it though?
Yeah. You know what I love when I'm on a big losing streak is for a bunch of people to come and watch me lose.
And be like, yeah,
I think that
lose.
rules. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd love an audience for that, for being woefully underprepared and underfunded. That makes me
Yeah.
feel great. So Veronica assures Archie that she'll get asses in seats, and then Archie's like, well, also, as the coach, I could use some motivation, if you know what I mean.
I could
Fucking-
use an ass in a seat. Hey,
Hey! Hey!
hey, my ass needs a seat, or yours does. You're you could catch a
The pants party.
ball and get into the end zone, you know?
First and 10, baby.
You could be my first
Archie,
and
are
10.
you trying to tell me that there's a party in your pants?
It's a pants
No, Jim.
party.
There's a passion in his pants, and he ain't afraid to show it. Okay? He's sexy and he knows it.
Wow.
Yeah, that's right.
Then we have Jughead calling his agent.
Yes. No, I love the exasperated.
It remains
Exhale.
an affront to humanity that Cole Sprouse is allowed to be in this season.
This guy. This fucking guy.
This fucking dude.
This season would have been 500% better if they took all of the money they had to pay Cole Sprouse to appear in episodes and just gave it to him and told him, go home. You're abducted by aliens in the first episode. We'll see you in 6 weeks.
Yeah.
I think
the whole season could have not had him in it and had Tabitha frantically searching for him, and it would have been so much better.
I think he would have agreed to be a sexy Mothman. You know, if you gotta have him on
Probably would
set.
have. Yeah.
I'm just throwing that out there. Anyway, Jughead's calling his agent. He's like, listen, the book I want to write is about aliens, but it's not about aliens. It's about trauma, but it's not really about trauma. It's about a town's collective trauma. Anyway, can you pitch that?
It's about aliens, but not like.
But not
right
like
out in
aliens,
front of
aliens.
But like
Yeah,
real
like-
aliens.
But like
Kind that
aliens, though.
abducted me last week.
Yeah. Like, I'm going to write a book about my
Or 2 weeks
abduction.
ago, sorry.
However, it's not going to be about my abduction. It's going to be about the abduction of the town's.
Yeah, it's about the
Hope?
abduction of Hope.
And Tabitha is already asleep. She's like,
Yeah.
just
It's like, oh boy, I gotta go prep for tomorrow. I have to go roll every single piece of silverware we have in the diner.
Tabitha's
That's
like,
important to me.
actually, I've never seen The Godfather.
He becomes a literal godfather. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Yes.
This killed me. Why? Why does no
fucking
one talk
amazing.
about that? Are you fucking kidding me?
What a spectacular movie.
God
But
damn.
It's just, god damn. I can't believe
I
it
will
took me
say
so
this.
long to see Barbie. It's spectacular. If you haven't seen it, stop listening to this podcast right now and go watch it instead.
This
watch
this
You can,
podcast
we'll still
is
be here when it's over. You can come back and unpause.
Yeah.
this
You guys ever think
podcast
about death?
is in fact better than Cole Sprouse and Riverdale. However, it is not better.
It's not better than
the
Barbie.
Barbie movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that takes
Yeah, it
precedent.
is absolutely not better than Barbie.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys ever think about that?
The only other note I have about this scene, well, firstly, I want to say this. The guy who plays Jughead's agent is bringing the right energy to this scene, where he's kind of like, I have to shepherd this guy through writing a book. Like, I have to. And also, so I'm going to roll with it. But also a part of me is thinking, like, he's suffering a break from reality right now.
Yeah.
He is not well.
This
Good.
30-year-old man is not well.
That being said, shout out to the costuming department who has given Jughead the perfect drunk loser robe.
Oh,
We've
hell
seen
yeah.
it before. This is not the first time we've seen it, but every time I'm like, it's perfect.
Yeah, costuming fucking nailed it.
Hell yes.
For whatever reason, the camera shot for the next scene is bizarre, but I love it. We go
Okay.
to Pops, where you're looking out like from the kitchen underneath the heat lamp salamander thing. You know what I mean? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, where the kitchen puts all their salamanders before they go out.
Yeah.
That's what
the
the heat
tables.
lamp is called. It's called
No,
a salamander.
Oh, okay. I thought you were just like referencing another thing that needs a heat lamp.
No.
Like-
That thing is called a salamander.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Fair enough.
And for whatever reason, not for whatever reason, for a million great reasons, there's like a figurine of Pop, like a bobblehead figurine on that.
Amazing. Yep.
Yeah. Fantastic.
They ask it what the recipes are for the burgers.
And yeah, you make the head bobble and then it tells you.
Yeah. And then, yeah.
And then you see Veronica you kind of see Veronica come in and talk to Tabitha. I don't know, it feels like they did that shot to like show us this bobblehead.
Interesting.
Somebody got crafty, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't understand it. Anyway,
a fan gave that to Archie at a convention.
To somebody at a convention, and Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's unremarkable. There was no need for me to talk about it for 2 minutes.
No, it's perfect.
Veronica has come to Tabitha to say, hey, would it be chill if Pops hosted a pancake breakfast where the town could meet the new football team? And also, don't you think it would be a good business idea for you to sponsor the team? And Tabitha, who's lost her goddamn mind, is like, yes to both.
Wow. Why
Sign
would
me
she
on up.
do that? Why would she
I
do
don't
that?
know.
You know, a few weeks ago, I talked about what a dumb idea it was for her to leave any job she could have possibly wanted in Chicago to come run this diner. Maybe I was not right about that. Maybe she's in the place she's supposed to be with these business decisions that she's making.
Yeah.
I'm starting to think she wasn't quite the hot shot she portrayed herself to be.
Yeah.
Because this makes no sense business-wise at all. She says she'll order the pancake mix and syrup, and Veronica's like, well, maybe not the syrup.
This set off alarm bells in my brain, because why the fuck wouldn't the literal only restaurant in Riverdale already be the place that serves Blossom syrup?
Yeah, why don't they have a deal?
Like, they
That's
should
weird.
be all over the place. Should be like, come to Pops for Blossom syrup. Like,
I think...
Yeah, I don't know.
how is that?
I mean, the vibe this season has been that Cheryl is having money troubles.
Yeah.
You know, maybe she's not equipped to run a syrupery.
I'm a syruper, sir. I syrup.
Syrup.
Don't you just mean like a sactory?
What?
Saptory?
Like
Saptory.
Like sactory, like a factory, but replace the F with S.
Yeah. Okay, Jim. The thing about that was
Like a
we got it the
bughead
first time.
and a
For
Varchi.
sure.
Jim, you've already talked about this.
and a Benifer.
We can't. We can't.
Jim, the fact that you keep this bit going with Benifer is the best shit I've ever heard.
God damn it.
Because I never see it coming, and then you're like already saying it, and I'm like, oh my god, it's that thing.
You're still mad about this after Benifer broke up.
And then got back together.
They both had marriages in between. Those marriages fell apart. And they got back together. That's how long you've been mad about this.
Die mad about it.
Your last words are going to be, I'm still mad about the Benifer thing.
Yeah. It only
and people
works.
will go, what? It only works.
You don't think it's going to be arg?
No.
Nah, I think it's going to be a dumb dick joke.
Yeah,
that's my...
I feel like, Jim, from knowing you, you're going to want to go out with at least maybe a dick joke or maybe just airing the last grievance you have, which is Benifer. You want everybody to know how much you hate Benifer.
Yeah, I'm 50-50 on that. Hard to say.
Yeah. We'll take bets, though.
Yeah. It's an immediate cut then to Cheryl saying absolutely shut up and no about donating her syrup.
Yeah.
Because she's Cheryl, what she says is, and I quote, I cannot donate my precious maple resources to help fund that collection of tatterdemalions you call a football team.
Tattered mammalians?
Yeah.
Wow.
And also, the Vixens can't come cheer for the Bad News Bulldogs.
Oh. Wow. God, Bad News Bulldogs is such a fucking burn.
What a burn.
Holy shit. I think we should make a
Cheryl
Bad News Bulldogs t-shirt for sure.
Cheryl has totally heard of Walter Matthau. Totally.
Oh, 100%.
She's absolutely
100%.
heard of Walter Matthau.
Yeah. She had a crush on a young Walter Matthau when she was young. For sure. 100% she did. Maybe that was me, but probably it was Cheryl. This is happening in the teacher's lounge, and Archie comes in partway through, and he's like, "Aw, man, can't you cheer for one more game, though?"
Ah, shucks, come on. This is my cutest face I can make.
She's like, the Vixens are cheerleaders and not boosters, and Archie says, like, "Fine, I'll do it myself," and
So
runs
Archie's
to the
cheering.
office and
Oh.
gets on his Miss Bell turn on the intercom, and he does the saddest, most upsetting school-wide announcement I've probably ever heard.
It's basically
Everybody come to the games.
Please clap.
That's what he said. Please clap.
No, here's the energy. He's like, "Listen up, losers. Some of your classmates are actually trying something, so why don't you picky little losers go eat free pancakes and then come to the game, you lazy slobs."
Yeah, he's angry about
Wow.
how shitty his team is. It's so weird.
Oh, amazing. I love that for him.
Yeah, but he translates that as being mad at the rest of the school who aren't on the football team.
yeah.
And his outrage
"Why
at
don't-"
them totally works. As it
Oh, not enough money's going into the sports program. And it's like, yeah, no duh.
Yeah, there's
I
not
am
enough money,
astounded
full stop.
to find that tatterdemalion is a word, meaning
Oh, I knew it
ragged
was a
or
word, but-
disreputable in appearance.
Yeah.
Demalion. I thought you said mammalian.
Yeah, no.
Oh, no,
it's
tatterdemalion is
being.
one word.
Tatterdemalion. I see. Okay.
Yeah. But I read too many Victorian era novels as a child, so it was not my first go round with tatterdemalion.
Tatterdemalion. I see.
yeah.
Well,
I mean,
hold
I've
on.
heard of a
No.
ragamuffin before, but never a tatterdemalion.
Yeah. Yes.
Even
yeah,
a
same
ruffian
thing.
in my day, but never a tatterdemalion.
At this point, Cheryl's like, "We'll find one more game." I don't know why. Nothing about Archie's speech should have changed her mind.
Yeah. Yeah.
At this point, Kevin walks through the teacher's lounge to like get something, and kind of glares at Cheryl. And Cheryl says she's got to go deal with that because of the fallout of the party going exactly the way she planned.
Yeah.
In Jughead's classroom, the students are handing in assignments. There's one kid who's like, "Oh man, I wish the teacher wouldn't look at my assignment," and he hands in an essay with a cover.
Excuse me?
The cover is a pen drawing of a sexy Mothman, and the title
What?
is "As Above, So Below," which forced me to recall the episode that they did where
They
the
did
scenes
As
were
Above, So
alternating.
Below.
Yes.
Which sucks, and I still hate.
Yeah.
And
It made me remember that,
It's
and I got
also
very mad.
Still the title of a shitty horror movie. That
Yeah.
also the character who handed in this essay, his name is Lerman Logan.
It sucks to type Lerman,
and-
by the way. It
Yeah,
sucks because your computer's like, surely you mean German.
Yeah, your computer does not want to have that. But also Logan Lerman, the actor, is not even in the movie As Above, So Below. So they've just randomly made a weird Logan Lerman reference.
Great.
Yeah, by naming this guy Lerman Logan. Sucks.
Yeah,
It sucks.
That sucks. That fucking
Everything about
sucks.
this is so dumb and weird.
Betty's teaching car as she does,
she teaches
but she has to
car.
step
Her
away
job
from
is just
teaching
car.
car. Her job is just
This
car.
Barbie's car. Yeah, this Barbie's job is just car.
It's not
And
even
she gets a
mechanic,
call
it's
from-
just car.
Yeah. A lot of people don't realize that. Glenn's last name is Scott.
Ew.
I'm so glad you finally seen Barbie.
Yeah, this
It
is
took me
great
way
for the
too long.
podcast as a whole.
I'm ashamed of myself.
And I was like, Glenn Scott? Janet. I don't know. Anyway, the recovered blood is AB negative, and they talk about how it's the rarest blood type, and it's also Polly's blood type.
Of course it is.
And Glenn's like, I'm so sorry. And Betty says, you could help me, actually, and I'm taking out my anger on you, even though it's not your fault. That's what she says out loud. It is not. That's subtext. Riverdale. Did it.
AB negative is probably also whoever else's blood type that was actually killed who isn't Polly.
Yeah.
It's the most common blood type for sexy Mothmans. And that's the thing the FBI doesn't know yet.
Yeah, that is true.
Mm-hmm.
For maple syrup Mothman babies.
Yeah.
Maple
Jughead
soup.
has read.
What? So, never mind. We can't stop. We can't get hung up on that.
No. He's read Lerman Logan's essay or story As Above, So Below, and it has disturbed him, so he has taken his concerns to Waldo of the Nine Fingers.
Of the Nine Fingers.
The plot of this story is a kid who escapes the clutches of a group of underground mole men. And let me pause right here to say, this show better fucking bring me the mole men. There better be mole men in those caves.
Bring me the mole men cut.
They explain that there is not mole men in this episode.
Motherfucker.
I don't give a shit, Jim. There's better be fucking mole men in those caves.
They tell us who the mole men are.
That's who Lerman thinks. He is a child. Okay?
He's like 24.
I know, and it's his fifth go around in juniors as a junior in Riverdale High. But I'm gonna believe in the fucking mole men. Okay. Anyway, this escapes the mole men only to be kidnapped by sexy Mothmen and operated on in their exotic space cars. And Jughead's like, so this is fucked up and a cry for help, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And Waldo says, nah, the kid survives.
Ah, it's okay. Come on.
It's a story about hope. Kids say the darndest things, you know?
Ah, shucks.
I wouldn't worry about it. Then they review all of the injuries that Lerman has had recently.
Mm-hmm.
What?
And, black eyes, broken arms, etc. So Jughead once again says, so this is... Yeah, I don't know if private schools teachers are mandated reporters, but it feels like they should be. And maybe we should be concerned about Lerman and his home life. And Waldo says a thing that I do not like, which is like, I've met his parents. They're really nice. I wouldn't worry about it. Okay.
All right.
Cool. Yeah. Not loving this energy, Waldo. At Pops, Cheryl comes through with syrup.
Shocker.
So it's...
God damn it.
It's pancake breakfast time. Did we cover that these pancakes are free, by the way?
Weird.
It's an amazing business decision by Tabitha. As the only restaurant in town, she feels the need to give away free pancakes to get new customers.
Yeah,
That's
I don't
insane.
understand it. But the pancakes are free, and there's still plenty of booths open at the pancake
All right.
breakfast.
Great.
Pops has the shittiest pancakes around. They make a fine burger,
Yeah.
but their pancakes fucking suck.
People are like, no, thank you.
These taste like cardboard. And not even like good cardboard.
So that kid Derek, who was the best guy out there, but he hates losing from the beginning. You remember Derek? He's best friends with Tyler.
He's been here the entire time. Yeah.
He's been here the entire time.
Well, 7 years
his
ago, he would have
mom-
been in junior high, at least.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
His mom is bringing exactly the right energy to this because she is at this thing and she has to talk to Archie, who insists on wearing a ball cap and proving that he's actually not an attractive person.
Why is he? I can't believe he's wearing a bald cap. I still don't get it.
The cute haircut and terrible dye job
Are you-
really works for him.
Matthew, are you hearing me say ball cap like a baseball cap? Or are you hearing me say bald cap?
Oh, I am hearing you say bald cap.
Okay.
That's an even funnier episode. Oh my god.
That's why I was so confused.
Why isn't
I was like,
Archie
why the fuck
wearing
is
a
he-
bald cap?
Like, why did they do that to him? If in
You're
the last
saying
episode
ring-
he had a full head of hair, why is he now wearing a bald cap? Because he's the fucking football coach.
He's like, to motivate this team, I'm gonna shave my head if they don't score.
I love that this show is so incomprehensible on the reg that at no point did your brain go, they must mean
They must mean a bald
like a
cap.
hat like coaches wear.
Yeah, no. I was hearing bald cap. That's why my reaction at first was like, why the fuck is he in a bald cap? And you were like, yeah, bald cap, for sure. And I said, a bald cap? And you said, yeah, for sure, bald cap.
I'm so glad that I got that. Whew. Amazing. You say ring bearer, right?
Yeah, ring bear.
Yeah, ring bear. Well, there we go. Episode over. We don't need to do anything else.
Yeah,
We've
we don't
reached
need
the
anything else.
Peak comedy. I think we're good.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Wow.
Man.
Anyway,
poured my lungs
Archie's telling Derek's mom that Derek gets to be team captain, and she's like, yeah, but your team sucks, so that sucks. And it's not going to help him get a scholarship or help his future. So explain to me why this is good. But Archie can't because Reg shows up. So Veronica and Archie go sit in a booth with Reg. Reg is there on behalf of a totally made-up entity called the Greater Rockland County Football League.
Wow. That I couldn't have asked for a more made-up thing.
Right? And the league has sent Reg to say, you can't play with us.
You haven't heard of the league?
Yeah. Because
sit with us.
think that the Bulldogs huff nuts. And
Yeah, well, they do.
Veronica demands the names of everyone in the league. And Archie says it's not all about winning, to which Reg replies, keep telling yourself that, loser.
Hey-oh, gotcha.
The obnoxious thing here is that Rockland County is actually in New York.
Let's take a break from this horrible football subplot to check in with the Kellers. The once and current Keller is helping Kevin move out. And he's all, well, son, this feels awkward and bad. Would you like to talk about it?
He's doing his best.
Yeah. He says,
sure.
Would you like to talk about it? And Kevin says, maybe you're right. Maybe I'm not the kind of guy who deserves a family. Whoa.
Wow.
Whoa, Kev.
Kev, I don't think that's what the question was.
Yeah, he's reading something
man.
into this.
It seems
Kev,
like
I
you
don't
do
know.
maybe want to talk about it because that response
Was Buck
was
Wild.
way out of left field. Yeah. So,
The buckets of the wilds, okay? God damn.
Veronica has gone to talk to her bad daddy in his office. Hiram is wearing a sweatshirt of the football team, the Fancy School Horsies.
Fancy school
And-
horsies.
It turns out the Bulldogs haven't scored a goal yet this season. And Veronica says they will absolutely get a point on your fancy little ponies, so there. To which Hiram replies, LOL, okay. So
Sorry, I am going to now have to make a Fancy School Horsies and a Bad News
little
Bulldogs
Fancy School Horsies sweatshirt?
T-shirt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Little crew necks for all.
Yeah. They make a bet that the Bulldogs will in fact score 1 point on the Fancy School Horsies. And if they do, they get to stay in the league. And if they don't, then they will leave the league. So
All right.
that is their bet. Yep. Back at Riverdale High. The league. Jughead asks Lerman to hang back a sec.
Hold up,
Lerman's
Lerman.
like,
Hold up there, bud.
yeah. Hey, Lerman, hang back a sec.
Hey,
Like,
Lerman,
your
bud.
Buddy,
Get over
your
here, champ.
story is like so good, it's almost too good. Do you want to tell me what inspired it?
It's almost like if they had hired qualified teachers, this might have gone better.
This whole thing would have gone better. Yeah. Lerman says it was inspired by a series of dreams he had. And you know how last
Interesting,
episode that college professor said to Jughead, some people would think this is about trauma or a cry for help. Did somebody hurt you? Jughead pulls that old chestnut out and says to Lerman, hey,
did somebody hurt you?
Some people would think this is about trauma and a cry for help. Did somebody hurt you?
Yep.
And Lerman gets the look on his face that you got, Matthew, when you were a child, and I took you to the ER to get stitches, and the doctor said, are you safe at home?
Now, have we told this story on the podcast before?
I don't know.
All right.
I don't think so, because I don't know the story, and it sounds amazing.
We are stopping the podcast.
The presses!
I love this so much. We finally get to talk about it.
This is going to be a real Hope Diamond situation, isn't it?
Oh, it's good. It's worse than the Hope Diamond, bud.
This is the time Matthew almost got me arrested twice in 1 week, we like to call it. So
the old... just the old parent trap, you know?
Yep. When Matthew was a child, he started to get blemishes on his face, and my mother, for some reason, was insistent that he had like hand, foot, and mouth disease, or that he had some ailment prevalent in basically toddlers and infants, and he was a child. So
yes,
to make her stop telling me about this, I took him to his pediatrician, who said to him, "You need to wash your face."
So the kind of thing was, Mom paid $25 for somebody to tell me to wash my face.
Yeah.
And Matthew had been telling me to wash my face for a while now.
For some time, yeah. Matthew, being Matthew, looks at me and goes, "Don't hit me."
Yeah.
In front of his pediatrician. Super cool jokester that I am. And the pediatrician was like totally chill about it. But we got in the car and I was like, okay, we do have to have a serious talk about this. Because some people aren't safe at home. And so doctors have to take that stuff really seriously. Like literally 3 days later, Matthew was opening a can of soup. It was one of those pull tab cans. And he sliced his finger open.
Yeah.
And he had to go for
his
stitches.
Can of soup so bad. I opened this can of soup.
The worst job anyone's ever done opening a can of soup. That's what he did.
Yeah, shit sucked.
So he had to go to the ER to get stitches. Now, again, Matthew had literally 2 days prior gotten a big speech from me about you cannot make jokes about being hurt at home in front of doctors.
And I will just preface this. I did not make a joke about being harmed at home at the ER. Okay.
The ER doctor said, "Hey, are you safe at home?" And Matthew froze and stared at me.
Stared at my mom aghast. Like I was maybe scared to get hit.
Yeah. It looked like he, in fact, was not safe at home. And he knew he couldn't say it out loud.
No. Just like a beeline deer in the headlights, but the headlights are my mom.
Now, was that your psychological warfare, or was that you just legitimately not sure if you could make the joke?
No, I legitimately was not sure what I should say. I was at a point because I had also, it was a pretty bad cut. I hadn't lost a lot of blood. I wasn't like lightheaded, but I was still like in some sort of shock.
Yeah, it hurts.
It hurts, and I'm leaking,
Yeah.
and I'm surrounded. I'm like in a very small, paper-walled cubicle of an ER room. And
he hadn't. No, I mean, you had gotten stitches before, but you were very, very little, so you had no frame of reference for like what this experience was.
Yeah, I didn't know what they were coming at me with. I thought they were just gonna like ask me my favorite color and what kind of lollipop I liked, and then. And then, my finger would be healed and I'd get to go home. But they, like, asked me, they had to just do, like, a routine questionnaire thing. And they got to that point, and I was just like, yeah.
Uh-oh.
Whoa. I don't know I can't remember if I said, or I think what happened was I stared at my mom in disbelief and fear, and she laughed, and I was like, yeah. No, I'm safe at home.
No, I'm good.
Or something like that. No, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good. No,
Like, yeah, it was.
It was me laughing that broke you out of it. But in that second where
Yeah.
like you stopped and stared at me, I was like, fuck.
Fuck
I
me,
am leaving
I've
here
never
in a
seen this
cruiser.
kid again. Yeah, I'm like never
Yeah,
seeing
he's
this
getting
kid
shipped
again.
off.
Yep.
This isn't how I wanted it to go down. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's the face that Lerman makes at the end of that. He's like, I gotta go. It's just a story. You caught me.
Yeah.
Um,
Wow.
Betty has gone to Thornhill to ask Cheryl, hey, did it help you to know how Jason died? Or like, what if you thought he maybe still wasn't dead? Would that have been better?
Oh. Just
Basically, she doesn't want to tell her mom that Polly's maybe dead.
Probably dead. Probably maybe dead. Yeah.
It's almost like someone with training about how to deal with victims of crime might know like a best practice for this type of situation. If anyone in this show was maybe a fake FBI agent who had been going to 8 years of FBI agent school.
Yeah.
Like that character might know
Might
something
have a script.
about
Yeah.
how to handle crime victims, but
No, she's not at that point in her training yet, Jim. She has to get through all the guns and stuff first.
gone to 8 years of junior school.
Yep. Junior academy school.
It's just so obnoxious how bad everything about this show is lately.
Well, you know, man.
It's really bad.
Coming off of the pandemic, you know, it's
Except for the sexy Mothman part, which I am absolutely living for.
and the obvious mole men that are going to show up later.
The Mole Man!
Yep.
Sorry
Yeah.
to derail us.
There's some
Cheryl,
good parts.
Cheryl says it's better to know Jason is dead.
Yeah.
But he's like, well, fuck that noise.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
that
lie
sucks.
anyway.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
probably
she's like,
wrong.
okay,
I'm gonna
thank
go
you.
lie.
Thank you so much for telling me your very valid lived experience. I'm going to discount it immediately because it's you. And I don't know why I asked.
Oh, for sure.
In the Bulldogs locker room, it turns out Derek transferred to fancy school where he's their new QB.
Hey-o.
That's a person, right?
It's definitely not the position that he played at Bulldogs field
Oh, Jim, how would I know?
balls.
Fancy.
I'm doing my
fancy
best here.
field. Fancy
I'm doing
field,
my best
fancy
here.
face.
RE
Yeah, I don't
football.
I don't think they mention what position he is, or show him playing a sport at all.
Yeah.
In a way that's recognizably him.
That you could tell.
Yeah. Where we could be like, oh, he's the line runner.
Lineman.
I don't. The backside.
Yeah. Then we get a shot of Archie and Veronica
The
in
front
bed
backsman,
at the
you know.
Pembroke. The front backsman.
Yeah.
That's a good role.
The front backsman.
Yeah,
Of course.
when they put out the football cast list, you really hope that you get that one. You hope that you get cast as that in the football play. Archie says listen, he can't blame Derek, but they're down a player, so they can't play. And Veronica has a genius idea. And for a hot minute, I'm not going to lie, I was very afraid that she was going to put Archie in the game.
I mean, not a bad idea, honestly. I'd be down with it.
Yeah, I was confident
I would welcome that with
that she was
open
going to
arms.
find some loophole to let Archie play. Like
Yeah.
he never finished his
She's like-
senior year, so he can still be a senior.
He never graduated.
Yes!
So
Oh
he
my
can still-
god! He's both the coach and the quarterback.
She's like, I heard of this crazy golden retriever 3 towns over. I am going to be right back.
Oh my god.
I was also certain
name Air,
that she
last
was
name
going to come
Bud.
up with a loophole to let Archie play.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm glad that we were in the same place emotionally about this.
And
Like,
just
please, I
absolutely
can't.
see a 30-year-old guy just tear
Watch
ass
Archie.
into teenagers.
Yeah. Absolutely destroy some teenagers.
Oh my
Bulldogs
god.
Keegans.
Back at FP's house where Alice lives, Betty comes home and she's like, the blood was O positive, so Polly's still out there alive for sure.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Okay.
great job. Great job, Betty. There's no way this will backfire immediately in this episode.
No.
The next morning, Betty comes downstairs. Alice has been up. She's cooking up a storm. She's hosting her support group today. And can Betty go get the cold cuts from Pops, who apparently also does catering?
Oh, sure. They're a deli now.
They're also a deli meat purveyor.
Did they not have a Wegmans in Rockland County? I'm confident they've got one somewhere in Rockland County.
They have a Sharp Shopper or something.
Yeah.
In Waldo's office are the Logans. They are Lerman's parents. Lerman Logan's lucky.
Lerman's lucky.
We're going to find out that the Lonely Highway is just like New York State Route 287.
There you go.
Local jokes get local work, Jim. I don't know what that means. Come on.
God damn it.
Local jokes get local work. What a fucking wow.
Yeah, that's good. That's good advice for comedians and Jim.
Yeah.
So the Logans are mad at Jughead for talking to their child. This whole plot point I find to be very confusing. Like, it was wildly inappropriate that you would talk to our son about his essay.
But yeah,
is basically
that is
their
weird.
point.
Yeah.
And Waldo backs them up.
Huh?
Like, the start of this scene, I was like, well, that's horseshit. And obviously Waldo's going to be like, no, we kind of have to talk to your kid to teach him.
Yeah, like that's kind of the whole
And
deal
if he
with this
writes some
teaching thing.
disturbing, fucked up stuff, then we double have to talk to him?
Yeah.
But instead, Waldo's like, no, Jughead's got 3 strikes now. One more and he's out.
Excuse me?
I don't disagree with that, but the way they've arrived there is a little bit weird.
Yeah. Also, Lerman's getting moved to a different class.
Yeah, because they have so many
right,
English
Lerman.
teachers.
Yeah. They do. Oh, I did. Oh, look at this. I'm actually reading my notes here, and I wrote down a funny joke. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Hit me.
Okay. I wrote down
you got a joke?
the Logans are mad for Jughead for encouraging Lerman's fantasies and obsessions with men's, both mole and moth. I think that's pretty good. That's pretty good, right?
I do like that. Both men and moth. Both
Yeah.
moth and mole.
Lerman has obsessions with men's. Of 2 types.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back at
men's
Thornhill.
of two types.
Yeah. Cheryl is staging an intervention with hashtag Kangs.
Excuse me?
Well, we got Fangs and Kevin. You know, like
Oh.
Bennifer.
Like the Conqueror, though? Hold on.
God damn
Now
it.
I'm having trouble with this.
God,
Kevin and Fangs. Come on.
damn it.
Yeah, okay. No, I'll play.
It's not Fevin, it's Kangs.
It's Fevin.
I wish it was Fevin.
Fevin with a PH.
Fangs says, listen, Cheryl, your party didn't start shit. It brought shit up. Like, this was already happening in our relationship. And Kevin says he agrees with that. And Cheryl chimes in with, oh, you guys are really getting along. Look at you agreeing.
It's exactly as
Sorry?
pathetic as it sounds.
Fangs then, he's been at home basically stewing about how he's about to be a single dad, and he's pretty peeved,
Yeah,
you know?
Sure.
So he's like, look, Kevin, maybe you're a self-hating gay. And you just don't want to be in a real relationship with a real gay guy. And that's why you just love your anonymous hookups in the woods. And Kevin's like, well, you don't know me. And to his credit, Fangs basically says, I would love to, though.
Yeah, Fangs is
Damn.
doing everything right here.
Damn.
Yeah.
Holy
Fangs is a
shit.
true hero. And I want to make that 100% clear.
Yeah, Kevin is being badly written this season because they need more conflict.
I'm not loving it. To which Kevin says, shut up and goodbye. And Cheryl, leave us alone, and storms out.
Damn.
Like, buddy,
Guy.
you're not doing okay.
Yeah. That's rough.
Yeah. Back at Pop's, Betty's gone to pick up a tray of deli meat, which Jughead is handing over.
Woof.
And in true Jughead fashion, he's like, are you having a party? I see that it's got food, and can I come eat your food?
How about that food looks mighty scrumptious.
Yeah.
May I come by?
Good eye. Eat some right now. So then they discuss that Betty's mom is not okay, and it was Polly's blood on the phone booth. They at no point discuss that Betty lied to her mom about that.
Yeah.
But Betty's dealing with the fact that that means that Polly had been alive for the past 4 weeks, and that she, for real FBI agent Cooper, didn't do enough.
Mm-hmm.
So Jughead says he knows a guy who lives along the lonely highway who's like, you know, a little bit kooky, but he might know a thing or two. Yeah. He's like, he's got a lot of sexy Mothman sculptures, but he probably does have other interests. So do you want me to put this meat back in the fridge and I can ditch work right now and we can go talk to him?
This is the exact note that I wrote down. Jar Shoulder just walks the fuck out of Pops.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's go.
I don't need this job.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I got one job already.
Tabitha doesn't need anyone running the front of house. Like, this is fine.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Everybody's at work or at school. This is a small town. We're getting no traffic in here. I don't know why we remain open.
Yeah.
We have to give away free pancakes to get people to eat here. And even then, we don't
and
fill
even
all
then,
the seats.
not a big turnout. Back in the football room, the team hasn't changed. Oh no, this is maybe the field. I don't know.
Yeah,
back at football,
they're out on the field.
The girl player whose name is Britta.
Oh, I just wrote that her name
Like
is
the
Braid.
filter?
She really Britted that. Did you use my name to mean a small and totally understandable mistake? Britta says, "Hey, coach, what the fuck is the point of what even we're doing here?"
Yeah.
We don't
To
have
which
enough people
Archie
to play.
replies, "Well, Britta, it's a little thing called the love of the game. Okay? Look it up." And then Veronica comes in with a professional player. I do not know if this guy's a real football man.
Footballman?
Yeah.
I wrote that I don't know if he's a real life footballsman.
I don't
Nice.
know. I don't know if the kind of men's he is football. They say that he plays for the New York Goliaths.
New York Goliaths. Ha.
We can't even say
yes,
Philly
yes.
Fanatic. We have to say Frenetic. And his name is T-Dub, and he was one of Veronica's good jewelry customers back in New York.
Back in the Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah. He gives the team a speech about he too played small town football back in the day, and you're not underdogs, you're the Bulldogs.
Okay.
But they're still a player short, but having a famous football men's here means more kids have come, and they too wants to foot the ball. I hate this. I hate this plot more than any other football plot this show has ever done.
Yeah, that
the
sucks.
absolute worst.
The
only thing that it gets right is that literally nothing they do makes the team better.
Yeah.
And that is beautiful.
Well, it shouldn't. You need time.
Yeah.
That's like probably the most accurate thing they've done ever. Back in Hiram's office, Hiram says to Reg, "Why don't you break one of those kids' legs?" And Reg says, "Nah."
Come on.
It's just like, whoa, we're gonna crush these assholes either way.
Yeah. Hiram says
That's
he'll coach them, and Reg says, "You know what? Fucking coach your fancy school horsies. I'm a bulldog woof woof."
I'm a bulldog woof woof. Hell yeah.
Let's do
Love
it.
that for Reg.
Yeah, Reg is not evil for a minute.
Hooray.
Woo!
Jughead and Betty have made it to Old Man Dreyfus's house and his yard full of Mothman.
I'm sorry, did you say Dreyfus?
Hell yes.
That's
Dreyfus?
It's Dreyfus.
It's not, and I shan't.
That's how everyone on the show says it.
You heard her, Jim. She shan't. I don't know what to tell you.
Shan't do it.
Dreyfus.
This old man remembers Jughead and would love to talk to Betty from the FBI who is doing an investigation. So they don't try to hide FBI investigation at all.
Woof.
Which I don't know. I would.
Again, not
Yeah.
an FBI agent. Need to make sure we all remember that. It's just
Yep.
not an FBI agent.
I want to say Lily Reinhart does a phenomenal job being absolutely done with Jughead and this old man in this scene. Because Betty explains she found this phone booth and he's like, was it shredded like a tin can? Just like in 77 and 82, this is classic Mothman stuff.
What
says.
the fuck?
And it's at that point,
God.
Betty's like, I'm sorry, say what now?
I'm sorry. Classic Mothman stuff?
Yeah. Can somebody
on.
loop me in? And Jughead tries to cut her off. He's like, can you explain? Surely if you explain, she'll understand better.
Sure.
And the explanation that is offered is that sexy Mothman exotic spaceships use antimatter fusion reactors that create a gravity field that allows them to levitate. But
Did you write all that down?
yeah, 100% I did. It's
Glorious.
Amazing.
there are a few things that I transcribe word for word. Mostly it's stuff that Cheryl says.
Yeah.
But this felt worth it. Anyway, it allows them to levitate. But if things get caught in that stasis field, they get crushed.
No, you missed a word there.
They get pounded.
You correctly wrote down stasis field, but he says something so weird. He says like stasis field. Like he mispronounces it so incorrectly that I can't believe no one in the room was like, "What the fuck did you just say?" Like he says it so wrong. It took my breath away.
Damn.
But you transcribed it, the word that he meant to say, but did not pronounce. It is amazing how incorrectly he says it.
Damn.
And
I
then
was so offended.
The coda to this is basically, I knew my sexy Mothman buddies were back because I've been picking up their chatter on my radio.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So Betty obviously hates everything that's happening and needs to get out of here immediately.
Yeah, she says shut up and no to this whole thing.
Yeah. She pulls
Amazing.
Jughead off that porch and she's like, so, yo, what the fuck, actually?
Hey, man. What? Why didn't you brief me before we were going into
Yeah.
this fucking madhouse?
If you had told me that this was going to be about sexy Mothmans, I would be at home eating ham right now. Okay?
You dragged me away from my fucking ham party
Yeah.
to do this shit?
You got a cooler full of deli meats that rightfully belong to me.
Fucking ham buffet.
Yeah.
Man.
Come on. Jughead effectively says you can't prove that it wasn't sexy alien Mothman.
Wow. Wow, Jug.
What Betty says next is not what I have written down, but I feel like it's the subtext because this is what I want her to have said, which is that crimes against women are very real, and we very much do not need to be making up aliens about it, so please take me back to your dad's house right now. She gets home, she goes to her room, she looks at a picture of her and Polly that is so obviously photoshopped together. I don't know why they didn't make these two actresses just sit down next to each other.
No, they can't have two women sitting next to each other in a scene.
I thought it was supposed
But
to be
they
them when
didn't?
they were younger. Is that the nature of the
Sure, they
photoshopping?
played themselves younger.
That is true.
It's just so bad. Anyway.
I
then
did
then she
notice
thinks
that it was
about-
awful. I just didn't think that the reason was the same. I thought they were photoshopped
Yeah.
younger awfully, and you thought they were photoshopped to be together because they can't stand
to be
each other.
together. Well, and Polly's contracted for about 3 hours of work a season.
Yeah.
Then she thinks about the last fight they had. Then she thinks about Polly calling. Then she gets her gun out and puts it in her waistband in her butt. So she's getting ready to shoot herself in her own ass.
Oh, I also just
Yep.
real quick here. she's gone to 7 years of FBI school, and she lives in FP's house where the twins live. Ostensibly 10-year-old children, but they look more like they're 5 or 6. And either way, she keeps her bullets just in a drawer, and the gun not in a lockbox, just chilling in a drawer, where children live.
Yeah, sure. Obviously, the children are told not to go into said gun
right.
place,
They've been said,
so
hey,
they won't.
maybe don't eat any of these bullets, or play with this gun that may or may not be loaded. Who knows?
Yeah.
It's just so fucking aggravating. Like, there's not one good detail about this episode.
No. We do get a shot of kids' toys on the stairs as she walks out of her house, just in case we forgot
to
about the twins.
remind us that she has an unsecured weapon in a house with 2 children.
With children, yeah.
Yeah, that's real great, Riverdale writers. Hell yeah.
And she's totally an FBI agent. Totally.
Totally, for sure.
Now we get a little bit of a hate crime.
Jesus Christ.
Kevin goes into the steam room at Hiram's gym, and there's a guy in there we haven't seen before. It's Shane from LA, and he's new, and he's visiting. And so Kev, of course, hits on Shane, and it goes poorly, and then Shane does a hate crime and kicks the shit out of Kevin.
That sucks.
Maybe important to note that I really, the end of this episode isn't fun. It's bad.
Okay.
Across the board.
Yeah.
-1s across the board.
Yeah.
Betty's having a psychotic break where she goes to a truck stop and she's like beating up truckers. She keeps waiting for women to get in trucks, and then she goes and like rips the door open and rips the girl out and threatens the truckers.
Jesus Christ.
And then like starts slamming truck drivers' heads into steering wheels.
Yeah, she just does the little mild assault.
Yeah.
Sure,
Is she wearing her FBI jacket? Of course she is.
No. Oh, she is. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank God.
We get, thank God. Yeah, of course she
Thank
is.
God, because otherwise they'd be crimes. You know? We don't want that.
A very accurate take on policing in America. So sad to be alive.
We do have kind of a sweet scene with the Kellers, except for Kevin. It's just irritating me.
It's the dumbest. It would be sweet, except for everything that comes out of Kevin's fucking mouth.
Except for everything that Kevin says. Yes, exactly. The Onsen Current Keller is a very good dad, and he is trying, yet again, he is trying.
He's also a good actor,
Kevin
doing the best he fucking can.
Yeah.
And this show
He's
keeps
helping
kicking him in the nuts about it.
Oh my God. It's like, here's ice for your wounds. You're a grown-ass man, but I just want to say, like, I'm really scared for you right now. And Kevin cracks. He's like, I am ashamed of myself for being gay. And former Keller, kind of unhelpfully, but also probably honestly, says, is it something that I did?
Mm-hmm.
And at this point, the show just bodies Kevin's mom under a bus.
Ah, Jesus.
He says, no, Mom made me feel fat one day, so I went to the woods, and a guy there told me I was cute, and that's how I started cruising. And anytime an anonymous guy paid attention to me, it made me feel like the one time Mom said I needed husky jeans go away.
Jesus Christ.
I feel like
wow.
literally every mom has told their kid that they need husky jeans, right? Like that's not a unique experience, right? Everyone's got that.
Sometimes you do need husky jeans.
Yeah,
Sometimes you
dude.
need husky jeans.
Sometimes it's cold outside and you need to fit another pair of jeans under your husky jeans.
Yeah.
God.
You're going to grow into them.
Don't fucking take it personally, okay? It's cold outside. Get a bigger pair of jeans.
You got to go shopping with your kids a lot because they keep needing bigger clothes.
Yeah. Yeah. And plus, Kevin's got an enormous hog.
Jim.
I have to tell you that after we recorded last time and talked about the show Reboot, I had made my husband start rewatching it with me. And you know what? It holds up. It's a great fucking show.
Your dick is so big.
What the fuck?
Matthew, these are Excellent sweatshirts.
Oh, thank you. Sorry, that's why I was really quiet for a little bit there. I was making fancy school horses. And,
I mean, Bad News Bulldogs is funny.
T-shirts while we were recording.
What the fuck? Fancy School Horses is mwah.
I gotta see these warlocks.
Yeah, they're in your email, but yeah. I can touch up the Bad News Bulldogs. The horse is so angry.
Even the colors are exactly right.
Yeah, right?
That's perfect.
I was like thinking about college crew necks. I'm like, oh, it's all just blocky blue letters.
I like that the characters face each other too when the pictures are side by side.
I didn't realize I did that, but yeah, no, that was planned. Sure.
Incredible graphic design is your passion.
It is my passion, in fact.
That's
yes.
Truly phenomenal work.
Mm-hmm.
We got back to the truck stop where Betty is continuing to pull women out of trucks and crush skulls. She finds that guy she arrested, even though she doesn't have the authority to arrest guys.
Right.
Who was the one who had arranged the meetup with Polly. Right? And he's like, you can't arrest me again. And she's like, you're right. And then she takes him out into the woods and ties him to a tree.
Well, first she knocks him out.
Jesus Christ.
And then she somehow hauls his body into the woods and ties it to a tree.
She's got insane person rage, and that makes you very strong.
Little case of IPR.
Yeah. Back at Archie's house where Corporal Jackson lives, Jughead's back at his radio setup. But he can't stay there because Waldo calls to say that Lerman is missing. So Jughead says, well, tell the Logans who hate me that I'm on the job and I'm calling in backup. I'm sure they'll be thrilled to hear it, Jughead.
Is it just Archie and Reg that are backup?
It's not even Archie or Reg.
Oh, wow, okay.
So now we have Betty beating up this trucker in the woods. We didn't know, at the end of the last scene, we didn't know that she was going to tie him to a tree, but she's got him tied to a tree now.
Yeah, and she's just torturing him a little. She's
beating him up more than she needs to, and she's getting ready to shoot him.
Yeah, she's really busting out those serial killer genes this episode.
Wow.
Yeah. Remember that time she tried to boil a guy to death?
Yeah.
We're getting that energy.
All right, cool, yeah.
She says that she couldn't protect Polly, but she can deliver justice. And at this point, her phone rings. And I don't know. I feel like if that were me, I'd shoot the guy and then answer the phone.
Yeah, she's ready to do it.
Yeah, she's ready. She's like, I can finish this task, and then I can do the next task, which is answer phone.
Yeah, the phone is going to ring 6-8 more times before it goes to voicemail. Plus, why don't he just fucking text me?
Exactly.
Also, if I pick up the phone, this guy's going to start screaming.
Yeah. He doesn't, by the way.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
She answers the phone, and he remains pretty chill.
Pretty silent, yeah. Jughead is obviously Jughead calling to say 14-year-old Logan is missing and he's somewhere on the lonely highway. And she says, well, I'm on the lonely highway. So
that's so crazy. I'm right there.
Yeah. You head toward me and I'll head toward you and we'll meet in the middle.
I will find this fucking kid.
Then she tells that guy that his name is, of course, John. She'll send someone to untie him tomorrow if she remembers. So you're going to send somebody to the scene of your crime?
So yeah, you're gonna send somebody to untie the dude that you tied up.
You tied up and tortured.
To collect the witness?
Yeah. Wow. Super smart. Okay.
Yeah. Very cool and good. It's football time.
The amazing thing is that in the next episode, we are not gonna hear from John and how he's filing like a federal lawsuit for her violating his human rights or any kind of shit like that. No, it's not gonna happen.
She probably didn't send anybody to unlock him, and now he's dead.
Yep, he got eaten by a bear.
We also will not hear anything about his corpse showing up in the woods.
No, it won't.
No, never.
He's just Schrodinger's,
it won't, but I think
Schrodinger's John.
Yeah, he's hanging out with Reg's dad.
Yeah.
Another successful murder.
The perfect murder.
They're part of the perfect murder club.
First, you pull a witness out of the truck And then, while that witness is still hanging around somewhere, you beat the guy up and drag him out of the truck unconscious and tie him to a tree somewhere probably pretty close by because you're not big enough to carry this guy very far.
Again,
You're getting
insane
it.
person rage. Okay.
Yeah, you're picking it up.
The perfect crime.
It's working.
Yeah, the perfect crime.
At football, Reg has shown up in a Bulldogs coat.
Okay.
It's a Derek v. Britta coin toss.
Wow.
So they are both quarterbacks?
They're at least both team captains.
Captains? Captains.
Usually,
They're both
the
captains.
team captain does the coin toss. Not always the quarterback. I think often the quarterback.
The thing
Wow.
is, quarterback's the only cast member that I know
Right.
of football.
Right. The only ballsman.
There's a line. There's a lineman. There's a fullback.
Probably, yeah.
Right? Am I making these up?
Oh boy, Mom, you lost me as soon
We have
as you
to
started talking about football. I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry. I don't know why I thought you guys would know either.
I know that there is a wide receiver. I don't know if there's a corresponding narrow receiver.
Tight end. There's definitely a tight end because that one's funny.
Yeah, there's a tight end.
Yeah.
Again, I also don't know if there's a corresponding loose end.
It implies the existence.
Yeah, it seems like if
front.
there's a tight end, there should be also
Yeah.
a loose end and a narrow
Yeah.
receiver to go with the wide receiver.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We may never know.
Yeah. Along the lonely highway, Betty has found Lerman. They are standing at her car when Jughead catches up. Lerman was just walking along on the shoulder. Lerman says, "Mr. Jones, did it happen again?" Back at school, we learned that Lerman is a chronic sleepwalker and he hurts himself. And so his parents lock him in the basement
Wow.
at night. But it's a nice
Whoa.
basement. It's a nice basement.
Okay. It's a nice
Okay.
basement.
Yeah.
It's a nice
Thank God.
basement where he gets to sleep at night locked in safe so he doesn't hurt himself. So we learn that in the parable of as above, so below, the parents were the Molmens.
Yeah.
There's
Also, one time he was gone for a whole week.
Yeah.
Wow.
They mentioned that. Yeah.
All right.
I think they've overlooked the obvious thing is that Lerman Logan is actually the Moon Knight.
Yes. He's the Moon Knight.
That's
Bring me
obvious-
more of that.
obvious.
Basically,
No, I
what is Oscar
go
Isaac
watch
doing
Moon
these
Knight.
days that I can watch?
Yeah, that is a
Yeah.
fact.
I can't believe that they made that show and tried to sell it, that it would be off-putting for many, many people to have Oscar Isaac chained to a bed. Huge tactical misstep, everybody.
Yeah.
You really goofed it on that one. Yes, one time Lerman Logan was gone for a whole week, and then he was found, of course, on the lonely highway.
Yeah, totally cool.
Highway.
Nobody worked
Like-
up over that.
I mean,
Yeah.
listen, I think, yeah, probably kind of chill to lock your kid inside at night if this kind of stuff is happening.
For sure. Yeah.
Betty and Jughead have retired to Pops.
I don't know what like medical treatment for sleepwalking is.
Sometimes you have to really zip yourself into a sleeping bag. There's a lot of coping strategies. There's not really a treatment. Is basically what my understanding. You gotta
It's like
get
a
an
really
apparatus.
heavy duty fucking sleeping bag and just really
Yeah.
get in there.
Fascinating. Usually outgrown by teen years.
Yeah.
Ah.
Mike Birbiglia's Sleepwalk with Me is a great comedy piece that talks about his adventures as an adult sleepwalker.
Oh.
And it's very fun. It's very Mike Birbiglia, but it's also quite funny, and I recommend it. It's something you can listen to.
Sweet.
Betty and Jughead are like, you know how people keep ending up on the side of the lonely highway? And Alice said the first time
The
Polly
lonely
called, she was in
highway.
something. She was in something like a spaceship, so maybe they were all kidnapped by the same person, and Lerman escaped. Is their current thinking. Could that person be the trash bag killer?
Oh, TBK.
My phone's not unlocked, so I just had to.
That's fine.
I had to do it with my face.
Back at football, Cheryl is singing and wriggling. She's doing a dance move I like to think of as worm with problems. To
Sure.
I Want Your Stupid Love by Lady Gaga.
Yes.
Gaga.
Gaga.
So, the note that I wrote here was that in my lifetime I have been to several high school football games because I was in the marching band. Mm-hmm. And in all of that time, never once did I think to myself, oh, you know why I go to a high school football game? To see a 30-year-old woman dance. That's why I'm here. I really needed to see this 30-year-old woman dance.
If I am ever at an event where I am forced to watch a 30-year-old woman dance, I would hope that she would be good at it.
Good at it, yes.
Yeah, or specifically the thing that I paid to be there for. Like, you know,
that also helps.
Maybe I'll go to a show at the Garden State Arts Center. And I'll see some music artist dance on stage. Like that's the thing that I expect from that situation. not so much at a high school football
Not
field.
this though.
In the freezing cold, under the Friday Night Lights.
We gotta. Maybe it's halftime. I don't know. We gotta break in the game. Obviously, the Bulldogs have not scored
but one point.
A goal. Yeah, that they need. So
it's 56
Archie tells
to 0.
them to. Yeah, Archie tries to. He tells them to bring it in thrice and then circle up thrice. He's like, "Bring it in, bring it in, bring it in. Circle up, circle up, circle up."
The ancient words that spur men's spirits.
And then bring it in, circle up, shows up in the mirror behind them. He says, if you don't give up, you can't lose. And like their whole season has taught them that is just not true. That's a fucked up thing to say at this point.
Yeah.
You can.
You can, in fact, lose.
Now, the next musical selection is You Better Run by Unions. Kind of a banger of a song. I really liked it. And at this point, Britta does football so good and gets a point.
Hey-o.
And Hiram's mad that he slow-mo breaks his clipboard on his knee.
Oh, the note that I wrote is that the game is not 56 to 0. It's 52 to 0. Which means that the really good football's been fucked up at least 4 times.
Yeah.
Right?
Woof. I think 4 times.
Their extra point kicker just fucking sucks.
Maybe they were maybe they gave the kicker the night off.
Yeah.
He missed half of the extra point kicks. That is terrible.
Jim, you're talking like you know football right now because I don't. You did math about points.
Yeah.
I know that you get generally 7 points at a time because a touchdown is 6 and then you kick an extra point.
Gotcha. Okay.
There are other ways to score, but getting to 52 is pretty unlikely without fucking up, I think.
After the game, Derek comes over to say good game. So good job, Derek. You're a good person.
Yeah, Derek doesn't suck exactly. His mom might suck a little, but she's doing what's best for him.
She wasn't wrong though. Yeah. And she had to talk to Archie, so I think she was correct to be irritated.
Yeah, exactly. You can suck and still not be wrong.
Yeah. But she was correct and had to talk to Archie, so I give her. Yeah, she did exactly what I would have done.
Yeah, she is in the right here. We agree on that.
Back at school, Jughead learns that happily for all of us, Lerman and the Logan fam have left Riverdale, so we must never again be subjected to having to say or write Lerman.
Oh yeah, no, they're all dead.
Thank God.
Is a relief.
They are all dead.
They're up in the sexy Mothman in the sky.
The trash bag killer came for them all.
Yep. Wow.
Betty walks into FP's house, and Alice is there being very sad because Glenn Scott is in there having told Alice that it was in fact Polly's blood, and now Glenn says he will personally be taking over this case. And I hate that because now we have to deal with having Glenn in this show.
Yeah, so my...
Didn't we just get rid of Bad Chatty? We don't have to
Glenn...
fucking do
Yeah,
this.
why must we be trotting them all?
Like, why?
Yeah, also, this is a missing person case. If it was a kidnapping, the FBI might have a reason to be involved. They get involved in kidnappings. But not so much missing persons. I think...
Does the Lonely Highway cross state lines?
It's very possible, but still not for a missing person case. If it was a murder, but there's no body, so it's not a murder.
Yeah.
It's a missing
There's
person.
probable cause for murder? I don't know. I'm really trying to make it work, but...
Anyway,
There's a lot of blood.
I don't agree that an FBI agent should be involved in this, let alone a fake FBI agent like Betty.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
this all sucks. Like most television shows, when an FBI agent gets involved in the crime situation, they come up with a reason for that.
Yeah.
Because an FBI agent showing up and getting involved in things is unusual. They've got other shit they're doing. And so on a crime show, you have to come up for a reason for that. Not so on Riverdale. Nothing makes sense here.
Just whatever is convenient for the plot, but plot is followed by question mark in parentheses.
Glenn, the real FBI agent, certainly won't find out that Betty tortured a guy and left him tied up in the woods to die.
Of course not.
It comes down to, with the information that we now know, either Betty is the trash bag killer while sleepwalking, or it's just Glenn. It's one of the two of them. It has to be, right? Based on what we've seen so far. It won't be. It'll be some new character that we've never seen before they introduce just before they reveal who it is. But
it's another secret sibling.
Yeah, based on what we know right now, it's either Glenn or Betty. Mm-hmm. They mentioned sleepwalking, so now it could be Betty sleepwalking.
Blen,
yes. Yes.
Blen. It's Blen.
Getty.
Riverdale! Anyway, we did it. That's the end of the episode.
Oh, we did it.
Such a bad time.
Wow. God, I had so much fun.
This episode was especially terrible.
Hachimachi, having to type the word Lerman multiple times was a trial and a tribulation.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Every time my notes app was like, you can't mean that.
You can't.
You can't possibly mean that.
No.
At the very beginning, I typed Archie is coaching football.
Jesus Christ.
And it kept autocorrecting it, and I was like, no. Football. No.
I said what I said.
I said good day. I had to go back and retype it several times to get it to accept it. And now it just has the squiggly line.
Oh, man.
Glorious.
Finally made it. Well, thank you very much for listening this week, everybody. Holy shit, we made it.
I gotta go back and see how that guy says stasis, because it is horrible.
God. It's a Statham pod. It's Jason Statham.
That would have been fine.
I'll
tell you, I'll watch something with Jason Statham. I don't care how bad it is.
Would you watch Beekeeper? That new Jason Statham movie?
Probably will, yeah. Yeah. I haven't yet, but...
Does he keep bees?
I think that's his job title.
Yeah.
He's a beekeeper, but he also does a lot of punches.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
And as we've previously found on Riverdale, honey is antiseptic.
Yep.
No bacteria.
Maple syrup is not.
No bacteria is in your honey.
Maple syrup is not antimicrobial. Okay. Syrup is hyper microbial. Everything will eat it.
Hypermicrobial.
So I guess Archie is a bad football coach with a bald cap,
Perhaps the best bit of the episode.
Yeah, maybe the best bit of the episode. Veronica bribes children as incentive. Reg switches sides. Kevin has a breakdown. Betty has a breakdown. Jughead finds a kid that's sleepwalking. Cheryl was doing something. I can't remember. Ooh.
She did.
She was trying to get Kevin and Fangs back together.
Ah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Man, her dance was bad.
Damn. But I think that was all the main plot points of this episode.
Yeah,
I
that seems
assume,
good.
I hope. So yeah, we're on the internet. We're at Riverdale Runs on Twitter and Blue Sky, and Riverdale_runs on Instagram, and our email is arrtipod@gmail.com. That's ARRTIPOD@gmail.com.
Oh, hey, if you're...
It's our initials.
I don't know what got me started on this, but in the last week, Hulu recommended The Musketeers to me. And I've seen it before. It's a BBC TV show. There's like 3 or 4 seasons.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
It is spectacular. It is a really, really good television program. It's on Hulu. Give it a shot. Yeah, I think you'll like it.
Nice.
It's British people being French people. What could go wrong?
That's most of history, right?
Yeah, that is most of history.
Sure. Most of the history of that area of the world is British people being French people and vice versa.
I remember the villains in it are all terrific. Each season has a new big bad, and the first one is Capaldi as Cardinal Richelieu, and he's just terrific.
Wow,
he's just terrific as the villain.
Got a Capaldi in the first season.
Yeah,
Holy shit,
he is so good.
Damn. And then lastly, our intro and outro song is "Smooth Passenger" by White Bones, which you can find wherever you want if you like jazz. And that's it, I think, for all the stuff. I guess we'll post the Bad News Bulldogs and the Fancy School Horsies stuff to see if people want it.
Oh man,
that was mainly just a bit.
It's a bit, but you followed through pretty well.
Well, it turns out if you search in the web browser custom crew neck maker, it'll come up with a pretty good tool.
You just type into the internet what it is you're looking for. Odds are
it'll probably pop up. So yeah, and I think that's it. Have a great week. Find joy where you can. Maybe take some dance lessons so you can absolutely wreck a 30-year-old woman who is dancing. And then
to that, I don't think the dance is necessarily awful, considering they shoot an episode of this show in 2.5 days. Right? Somewhere between 2 and 4 days is how long they get to shoot an episode of this program. So any amount of choreography that they have is actually kind of an achievement to bang out that quickly.
Yeah. That is pretty crazy.
But it still feels bad to watch.
Mm-hmm. And then
listen, it's I want to say it's not Madeline Page's fault. They never asked her when she was hired if she could dance.
Yeah.
Right.
They also never asked if anybody could sing.
Oh, I'm sure they asked if anybody could sing.
Oh, for sure.
Everybody on this show can sing except for Younghead.
Yep. Oh, Younghead. And then lastly, be kind and don't fuck by the
The Lonely Highway.
Bye.
Lonely Highway.
Bye.